Hey Forrest, this is Jake, cichlidman09, Viper 15 Alpha. I hope you don't mind. I'm going to talk to you like we're old buddies, even though we've never really met, don't know each other, total strangers. I like your concept for these response videos, so I thought I'd throw something out there. This is my planted 120. It's got a dirt substrate. I came downstairs today and I can tell by the sound that my pump is making that my water's low. Now generally I don't let it get this low. I don't let it get low enough for the pump to make a sound, but I did today. Now I'm going to show you how I do things. Underneath my tank I've got my sump. There's the pump on the right side. And because of the sound it's making, I can tell my water level's a little low. And you know, to me that's a great opportunity, great time to do a water change. The way I normally do the change is, I turn the pump off and let all the water flow out of the return lines down to the bottom. And I take this hose here and I put one end of it in the sump and one end out the door that's behind this curtain. And I siphon all the water out of the sump. And then I move the pump to the tank. And I siphon usually probably about a third to a half. And when that's done, I've got a system set up actually very similar to yours. You'll bear with the shaky camera movement. I got a water supply over on this side. And I've got a splitter here, and I know what everybody's saying. Hey Jake, don't use those squishy hoses. They're not good for fishes. But guess what? I've been using this hose for over a year. Works great. Now one thing I am real conscious of is, one, there's no water left in the hose. After I use it, I drain it all the way. And then when I turn the water on, I take the sprayer and kind of blast it out the door and clear the hose. You know, and it may be if the water was stored in that hose, there might be some kind of contaminants that could leach into it, but just for the very short seconds that the water's in the hose as it passes from the spigot through the hose to the sprayer, back to the sump and into the tank, I don't think it's picking any contaminants up. And if it is, like I said, I've been using it for months and months, and I got rainbows in here. And they're, to my mind, they're kind of a little bit of a sensitive fish, so you got to make sure that, you know, nothing's going on. And I've never had a problem. I'm not going to bore you with showing you how I actually siphon the water out or how I put the water back in with the my little setup here. But I'm going to tell you, it's my opinion that a tank that may be even underfiltered can still be a healthy tank so long as you're doing regular water changes. If I thought a little further ahead, I'd show you the chemicals that I use. I always treat my water with Prime by Chem. I'm a big proponent of their products. I use them all the time, and you know, never had a problem with putting water straight back into the system with Chem. I did have a kind of a really convoluted system that had a manifold built in that I could add some hot water to the cold water that was coming in, so I could alter the temperature a little bit, but that just got to be a giant pain in the butt, and just went to just putting straight cold water right out of the tap, and it really hasn't been a problem. You know, I can't recommend enough frequent water changes. I do that in all my tanks. I've got several. This is just my favorite one that I keep showing. So I would encourage anybody who's new to the hobby to, you know, if you want to have successful aquariums and be a successful fish keeper, man, change that water. Keep it clean. Fishies like clean water. Well, Cichlid Man, I love your videos, and I hope you enjoy this, and I look forward to responding in the future. See ya.